Think about the exact physical sensation of breaking down. It starts in your chest, a sudden tightness, like a heavy weight pressing against your lungs. Then, it moves to your throat, that familiar, painful lump that makes it hard to swallow. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your vision begins to blur. And then, warm, salty water starts spilling out of your eyes and running down your face. If you are like most people in the modern world, your first instinct is to hide. You wipe the water away frantically. You look at the floor. You feel embarrassed. You feel weak. You feel like your body has betrayed you, completely out of your control. But you shouldn't feel weak, because what your body just did is not a glitch. It is not a breakdown. It is one of the most bizarre, complex, and powerful survival mechanisms in the history of planet Earth. Look around at the animal kingdom. Every single living creature feels pain. Dogs whimper when they are hurt. Elephants mourn their dead. Chimpanzees and gorillas scream in frustration. But humans, we are the only species on this planet that cries emotional tears. And if you look at it purely through the lens of evolutionary biology, it makes absolutely zero sense. Let's think about water for a second. For our ancient ancestors, water was life. It was the most precious resource on the savanna. You didn't waste it. Your body is a highly efficient machine designed to conserve fluids. When you get too hot, you sweat, but only to cool you down and save your organs. When you get cut, your blood clots to stop the leak. So why would evolution design a system that literally leaks precious water and vital salts from your face? Just because you feel sad or overwhelmed? It's such a strange biological paradox that even Charles Darwin, the brilliant father of evolutionary theory, couldn't figure it out. Darwin studied human emotion for years. He looked at monkeys, infants, and tribal societies. And in the end, he threw his hands up. Darwin famously declared that emotional tears were purposeless. He thought they were just a useless byproduct of the muscles around our eyes contracting and squeezing out lubricating fluid. He was wrong. Dead wrong. Evolution doesn't waste energy for 1,000,000 years on something useless. Those tears weren't an accident. They were a weapon. And to understand how this weapon works, we have to go back to the darkest, most dangerous days of human history. Imagine you are living roughly 300,000 years ago. You are a hominid on the African savanna. The world is entirely hostile. You are surrounded by apex predators, saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, leopards. Your only advantage, your only chance of seeing tomorrow, is your tribe. If you are alone, you are dead. You need your group to hunt, to keep the fire going, and to watch your back while you sleep. But there is a catch. Living in a tribe means living with other humans. And humans are violent, emotional, and unpredictable. We feel jealousy. We feel rage. We fight over food, over mates, over status. Now, imagine a conflict breaks out. You have angered an older, stronger, more aggressive member of your tribe. Maybe you took something. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. But they are furious. They pick up a heavy stone or a sharpened branch. They are towering over you. You have a split second to react. You cannot fight back. They are stronger, and you will lose. You cannot run away. Leaving the firelight means being eaten by predators, and you cannot scream for help. A loud scream will echo across the dark savanna and bring every hungry predator straight to your camp. You need a signal. You need a silent, immediate, and undeniable signal that tells this furious human, I surrender. I am not a threat. Please, do not kill me. And right at that moment of absolute terror, the water falls from your eyes. When you cry in a moment of extreme distress, your body is executing a flawless defensive strategy. First, look at what the tears physically do to you. The water floods your corneas. It literally blurs your vision. In the middle of a life or death confrontation, you are voluntarily blinding yourself. To an attacker, this is the ultimate white flag. You cannot fight effectively if you cannot see. Your blurry eyes prove your absolute vulnerability. But it goes much deeper than just blurry vision. The real magic of crying is completely invisible. It is chemical warfare. Scientists have recently discovered that not all tears are the same. In fact, your body makes 3 distinct types of tears. There are basal tears, which constantly lubricate your eyes so they don't dry out. There are reflex tears, which wash out irritants, like when you chop an onion or get smoke in your face. And then, there are emotional tears. Under a microscope, emotional tears look entirely different. They have a completely different chemical makeup. They contain high levels of stress hormones, which your body is physically flushing out to calm you down. They contain a natural painkiller called leucine and enkephalin. But most importantly, they carry a scent. Human tears are odorless to our conscious minds, but our subconscious brains can smell them perfectly. In a groundbreaking study, researchers collected emotional tears and placed them under the noses of aggressive test subjects. They mapped their brain activity and took blood samples. The results were terrifying and brilliant. When humans subconsciously smell the chemical makeup of emotional tears, the testosterone levels in their brain immediately plummet. The areas of the brain associated with aggression simply shut off. Let that sink in for a moment. Your tears are a biological hack. When you cry in front of someone who is angry with you, your tears hijack their brain chemistry. Without them even realizing it, their biology absorbs the invisible chemical signal you are broadcasting. Their testosterone drops. Their urge to attack you is chemically deactivated. The anger in their eyes softens. The raised stone gets slowly lowered to the ground. Evolution gave you the power to chemically pacify a killer, just by leaking water from your eyes. But tears didn't just stop aggression. They also saved us from our own silence. Human babies scream when they need something. They cry loudly because they need immediate attention from their mothers. But as we grow into adults, our crying changes. It becomes quieter. We weep silently. We sob into our hands. Why? Because in a hostile prehistoric world, a loud noise gets you killed. Adult crying evolved as a silent alarm system. When you sit by the fire with tears streaming down your face, the predators in the dark cannot hear you. But the members of your tribe can see you. When they see the glistening water on your cheeks reflecting the firelight, something incredible happens in their brains. Specialized cells called mirror neurons begin to fire. Mirror neurons allow humans to feel what another human is feeling. Your tears literally force the people around you to experience your pain. It triggers their instinct to protect, to comfort, and to share resources. Tears became the ultimate social glue. They bound early humans together in a web of empathy. We didn't conquer the planet because we had the sharpest claws or the thickest skin. We conquered it because we figured out how to care for each other deeply, even when we had no words to say it. And that brings us back to you, to your modern life, to your bedroom, your car, or your bathroom floor. Modern society has built a strange narrative around crying. We are told to man up. We are told that crying is unprofessional, that it's a sign of weakness, that you should hide it, wipe it away, and pretend you are fine. But when you force back your tears, you are fighting against 300,000 years of evolutionary programming. You are trying to shut down a survival system that kept every single one of your ancestors alive. Your body doesn't know about corporate offices, or societal expectations, or fragile modern egos. It only knows that you are overwhelmed, that your stress levels are critical, and that you need help. So, the next time the world gets too heavy, the next time you feel that tightness in your chest and the lump in your throat, do not apologize. Do not look away. Let the water fall. You are not broken. You are not losing control. You are running ancient software. You are deploying the ultimate evolutionary shield. And you are proving that you belong to the only species in the universe that knows how to heal itself with a single drop of water.